Leon has been trying to jump in the truck and the engine bay while I'm trying to change the oil. Cat. Hello, this is Uncle Jim. I was supposed to do a goofball video today. I think it's going to be funny. I don't know about you guys. It's going to be short. But instead, I need to change the oil in the truck, and this is all because of OddBall. Balls! OddBall Stuff just did a video on his Silverado versus his 150, and that got me thinking, I've neglected my truck. I got to change the oil in it. It's got gas in it from before wintertime, and when I started it up, it's been sitting a long time. Hummingbird! Did you see the hummingbird right there? I gotta close the garage door. Anyway, and the cat's been trying to get in the engine bay. Anyway, speaking of balls, so OddBall Stuff got me thinking about my truck, which I haven't started forever. It started right up, but it's running off a really old gas, and I noticed it's not idling so good right now. Luckily, it's a quarter tank in both tanks, so we'll have to run around the freeway and get all that out of there. All right, so I'm going to show you the easy way to change oil on this, because this is probably the easiest vehicle to change the oil on, even though it takes 6 quarts. So he was talking about modern plastic bumpers on trucks versus steel bumpers. His Silverado is older, it has steel bumpers. And so this is a 1990, it's all steel, last of the all steel trucks. And I don't have to worry about that. However, I would like to beef up this guard in front and go Mad Max with it. You've guys seen the movie Mad Max, the old Australian movie. And I'm thinking of putting a cow catcher on here and just going all medieval, because we got deer and we got elk in the roads, and if you drive at night, I need a cow catcher. So we're gonna have to beef the bottom of this with the welder. Take this off, paint it, make it look nice. So OddBall Stuff actually texted me today and said Gunny's has primers and this is the price. And I'm like, no, wait till they come down a little bit. That's a little too much. Midway had sales on primers and half off hazmat. There's, 65 bucks. There's other ways to go. So there's that. So I told him, hey, I'm in the middle of an oil change because of you. I could have been doing a goofball video. Balls. It's always balls that get you in trouble. So, okay. I ran into some trouble already, and one was a wrench. And so I have a kit here where I know where everything is and don't have to dink around. And this is a cheap Husky tool set, thrift store, whatever. And I go to do the drain plug, and this thing is stripping on me. You can hear the gear stripping. I'm like, Husky, what a piece of crap. Well, it turned out to be some Chinese Harbor Freight thing. So I found the Husky that belongs in there, and it's good. I still prefer the old Craftsman. So there's that. So let's get under here, and I'll show you what I have to deal with to make it okay. When he texted me, he said, whatever you do, don't spill your oil, because he had a catastrophe when he did his last truck. And I'll show you an easy way to avoid that stuff. All right. Chinesium at its finest. Stripped gears. We like to buy our old tools at a thrift store for the same price. Like this one here, they'll never break on you. Speaking of which, this has a breaker bar so you can get in there and line up your bolts. That's a nice touch, whoever designed that one. All right, so the main thing is the oil filter. These engineers, even though this is an older vehicle and it's even worse now, But these engineers like to put your oil filter where it'll drip on your frame or side members. So I just stick a big funnel up in there, and that'll drip down to this little pan when I take the oil filter off. You can see I got an oil filter wrench on there, and I like to loosen up everything first so I don't run into something while I'm under here. And then I like these big 5-gallon oil drain containers with a spout. And so we're gonna use that, and then use the little dollar store one to retrain the drippage off of this funnel, which is keeping everything from draining all over the frame. And of course we have a tarp that's blowing in the wind. Nice. Thank you. Another thing I like to do is put a very high power magnet on my drain plug in case there's metal. And you just grab those out of old computers and stuff. So I found that on the drain plug and was like, what? And it's like, oh yeah, all right. Okay, I hope this goes smoothly. I got both loosened up. I like using Napa Gold filters. They're made in the Wix factory, and Wix makes the best filters. And Napa Gold is cheaper, they don't cost much, and they're the best filters out there. If you use a Fram, you're gonna be damned. All right? Now another thing I like to use is a socket wrench that has a lever, just like the safety on your AR-15, okay? Otherwise, you're dinking around while you're under a vehicle, which is miserable. This makes things easier. So we have a funnel, we have the lever, safety, and a good filter. All right, continuing. Okay, my son gave me this. These are awesome. A little magnetic holder. So this is hard to do with a phone in your hand. Let's make sure we don't go crazy on the drip. So you have this little magnetic holder so you don't burn your hands with hot oil, because you want hot oil when you drain. And this makes life easier, and you don't lose your plug. Get out of there. All right. No hands were burned, and we have our plug. Sorry for the bad camera work, because I'm under a vehicle. All right. Ooh, try not to get oil on the phone. Okay, so we got no oil on our hands because of that little gadget for the plug. However, this could be a different story. So, I'm looking to the camera. That might not be a good idea. This could go anywhere, but we got the big container under here now. And hopefully that funnel stays put until I get this filter off. Oh yeah. That's working good. Now it's going to be heavy one-handed here. Hopefully I can set this in the funnel and we won't drip any oil anywhere if the funnel stays put. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Oh, this is where it can get ugly. This is kind of like a 45-degree angle. I thought it was upright. Oh, that was super easy. That was super easy. All right, let's cut. Well, let's not cut. Let me just drain it in here, and then I'll hold it right side up. Or put it in a little one. Here we go. Oh, let's go to the little one where the plug. I switched them. All right. That's how it's done, people. So make sure to wipe that off. It's better to have a clean vehicle, but it's a dirty girl. I spilt nothing. Go watch OddBall's stuff last video when he changed the oil. I spilt nothing, but we're not done yet. I could have a catastrophe putting things back. Who knows? All right. Okay, that was way too easy. There's nothing like a 4x4 to get under. One thing you want to check for, and you guys know this, make sure the gasket from the oil filter doesn't stick to the engine and it's not sitting there so you're doubling up. Now, another thing I like to use is hand wipes, especially if you put oily fingerprints on your phone. These work great. You can go upstairs and wash your hands and eat fried chicken because this took it all off. And then these pig mats here, they can tear off in sections. This is the best oil drip or oil cleanup material out there. It absorbs everything. It's like the ShamWow for oil spills. You got to get yourself a roll of pig mat. It works good for gun stuff too. And it'll even soak stuff up off the floor. So there you go. And we'll just pour it back into the container it came in and chuck it to the auto place. All right, I need to do a goofball video. If I was a video game, I would be 1% energy right now. I need my energy back, otherwise I'm gonna poof like a witch. So hopefully I'll get my goofball on in the next video, maybe tomorrow, and I'll get my energy back. Until next time, thanks for watching.